All right, we need to talk. Because today, we're diving into one of the most absolutely unhinged movie ideas I have ever heard of. You think you're ready for this? Trust me, you're not.
But hang on, before we get into the beautiful chaos of it all, do me one quick favor.
Go on, smash that subscribe button so you never miss out on one of these breakdowns. You good? Awesome. Let's do this. Okay, just process this with me for a second. What if I told you someone made a movie about soldiers fighting dinosaurs in the middle of the Vietnam War? Yes, that is a real sentence I just said. It is a real movie that exists, and we are going headfirst into this glorious mess. Okay, so Section 1, Dinos in Nam. Let's just break down how on God's green earth this movie even became a thing. The concept is, well, it's exactly what you think it is. A review put it perfectly, calling it a Jurassic Park meets Vietnam War mashup. This is the kind of movie you'd come up with in a fever dream. And the story? Oh, it is pure B-movie gold. You've got a squad of grizzled soldiers in Vietnam. The year is 1968, and they stumble into a jungle teeming with dinosaurs. Why? Because of a rogue Russian science experiment, obviously. What else would it be? But here's the catch, right? How do you actually make a movie with an idea that big, with a Jurassic Park-sized concept, when you clearly don't have a Jurassic Park-sized budget? Well, that's where things get interesting. I mean, let's be real. You can't expect Jurassic World-level special effects when you're working with what looks like a piggy bank budget. And this huge gap in cash meant the filmmakers had to get, let's call it creative, with hiding their not-so-great-looking dinos. They pulled out every trick in the low-budget filmmaker's handbook. A lot of scenes are shot with these super deep, dark shadows to hide the wonky CGI. The big climax has a massive lightning storm, but, no rain. And some of the action scenes just feel like a bunch of cool-looking trailer shots that they just kind of stitched together and threw into the movie. Okay. So the effects are a little shaky, I get it. But that doesn't mean it's all bad. Believe it or not, there are parts of this movie that actually genuinely work. For starters, unlike those family-friendly Jurassic movies, Primitive War is not afraid to get messy. It leans into its R rating, big time. We're talking tons of gore, and it is way less precious about which characters get absolutely shredded by a T-Rex. And come on, is it even a Vietnam movie if you don't have the right soundtrack? This film dives headfirst into that cliché. It's blasting Creedence Clearwater Revival songs like Fortunate Son and Run Through the Jungle at pretty much every opportunity. You gotta respect it. But the best part, by far, is the final action sequence. It is just pure, chaotic gonzo energy. You've got two T-Rexes destroying a Russian base during a fake lightning storm. Oh yeah, sign me up. It is exactly the kind of B-movie madness you came to see. But, and this is a big but, for all that goofy fun, this movie has some parts that are just, they're rough. I mean, really rough. First of all, its length. This movie is 132 minutes long. The review called it 132 overconfident minutes. And wow, that is the perfect description. For a silly movie about dinosaurs in Vietnam, that is just way too long. And the dialogue? The dialogue, it's so overwritten and clunky. There's this one point where a character just reports seeing 6 raptors. She just counts to 6. And a soldier says, with a completely straight face, "Lady knows her stuff." I mean, seriously? She's just good at counting. So, after you put the glorious gore on one side of the scale and the painfully long runtime on the other, you're left with the most important question of all. Should you actually sit through this baffling, bonkers movie? Is this dino disaster a so bad it's good masterpiece, or just bad? Well, here's the thing. The final verdict from the review is that this movie is kind of a bizarre lesson. It proves that making a dinosaur-centric B-movie is probably a lot harder than it looks. So it might not be a good movie, but it's an absolutely fascinating failure. But hey, that's just the official take. I really want to know what you think. Is the idea of dinosaurs in Vietnam the greatest concept of all time, or is it a complete and utter train wreck? Drop your hot takes in the comments below. I have a feeling the opinions on this one are going to be all over the place, and I am here for it. And hey, if you enjoyed digging into this mess with me, please hit that like button And make sure you subscribe for more deep dives into the weirdest stuff out there. Thanks for watching.